It's green flag time. Let's get this show on the road. Madison dominates and wins. Trey Wright wins the Indianapolis 200.
Miles out of nowhere. He's gonna steal it.
It's going to be Mike Fink Jr., number 38. Lenny Crouch is going to take the win here at Pocono. Side by side.
They're gonna be side by side going down.
Local millions will win the Coca-Cola 600. We are the NILA. What's up everyone, it's your boy NSRacing95 AKA Nathan Stapleton here, and welcome everyone to Kansas Speedway as we get set for race 10 on the season and for season number 3 of the NRA Red Bull Cup Series. And we are here at Kansas, and this will be a good one. This race is 5 races sooner than it normally is. Pretty much Kansas and Darlington swapped as a last minute change, so it's gonna be interesting to see of how these guys go into this race, knowing that this is not the second to last race on the season and that there's still 7 races left. So it's gonna be interesting to see of how things will play out here at Kansas. Going to a new version of Kansas as well. So it's going to be interesting to see of how it all plays out. Earlier today we saw a wild 3 and Pro Series race with a wild finish 3 and 4 wide, and Zach Winkle in the number 12 stole it. So we just have to wait and see if Zach Winkle can pull the double here today at Kansas Speedway. Last time out at Talladega Super Speedway, it was a wacky one for sure. 1 caution, there should have been 3 cautions, but there wasn't because the NRA officials were drunk. And it ended up being Sebastian Kuklon stealing the win and punching his ticket into the Season 3 playoffs. So here is how the playoffs shake up going into race number 10 on the season. These 6 drivers are locked into the playoffs as of now. Wassup with 3 wins, Jake Galloway, Brett Sealer, Mitchell Collins, Johnny Gunn, and Sebastian Kuklon with 1 win apiece. 7th is Noah Clifton, 88 points in. 8th is Shane Winslow, 76 points to the good. 9th is Diego Yopez, 60 points to the good. 10th is DJ Reed, 43 points to the good. 11th is Zachary DeLillo, 30 points to the good. 12th is Wyatt Quill, 23 points to the good. 13th is Rob Evans, plus 20. 14th is Christian Vargas, plus 19. And then 15th is Carter Friesen, plus 7. And then 16th, and the final driver that will make it into the playoffs as of now is Bradley Ween, 6 points to the good. Just on the outside looking in though, we have Elijah Gordon and Stephen Coleman tied 6 points out. Quinton Moore, the All-Star race winner, is minus 14. Francois Chastain is minus 17. Angel Ovea is minus 18. Patrick Smith, season 1 champ, is minus 21. Bronson Minnick is minus 22. And then that's what it gets a little bit spread out. 24th is Osman Hamid, 44 points out. Bobby Frazier in 25th is 47 points back. 26th is Mark Davidson, 49 points back. 27th is Evan Hunter, 52 points back. 28th is Josh Williamson, 53 points back. And William Brock and Ben Watson are tied for 29th, each 55 points back. So it will be an interesting one for sure here today. 7 races until the playoffs start for season 3 of the Red Bull Cup Series. And hopefully everyone rolls off, and looks like they will. So, that being said, here is the top 10 starting positions for race number 10 10 on the season for the Red Bull Cup Series. Mitchell Collins, the Daytona 500 champion, starts on the pole, and alongside him is Carter Friesen in the number 20. One number 2 is Ace Garcia and Angel Overa. One number 3 is Johnny Garner and Sam Rinkle, who won the 3 Pro Series race earlier today. One number 4 is John Andrews and Ben Dover. And rounding out the top 10 is Noah Clifton and Madison Tall. So make sure that everyone is rolling off, and they are. And that's a tough break for Kuklon, starting dead last after winning at Talladega last time out. So 67 laps, probably 2 pit stops here today, and it's gonna be a wild one for sure for race number 10 on the season and for the Pennzoil 400. Pace car dives onto pit road and then will leave the field in the hands of Mitchell Collins and Carter Friesen. Here we go, race 10 on the season is green at Kansas and for the Pennzoil 400 in the Red Bull Cup Series. Mitchell Collins and the number 2 machine will easily lead that number 1 as they are 3 wide back in the air. That's where it gets a little bit tight for these guys. Not as much as with cut visits. Well, not as much with CTS visits versus cut visits, but 3 wide is still sketchy here at Kansas, and they can easily crash at any given moment. But Mitchell Collins, he has not won since the Daytona 500, but he's been super consistent since then. And he is out front here at Kansas. Johnny Garner, the Chicagoland runner, is up to 2nd. Ace Garcia in 3rd, Noah Clifton in 4th, and John Andrews in 5th. Mitchell Collins looking awfully strong right now in that number 2 machine for Penske. But here comes Ace Garcia, who looked really strong in the qualifying race earlier today, and now he is up to 2nd. But for how long, because Noah Clifton might make it 3 wide for 2nd. Oh boy, that got a little bit tight right there, but they're gonna keep it straight. And Noah Clifton, new sponsor, new scheme this week. He is trying to get a win. He came also close last night in the Power Truck Series race at Charlotte. Once again, he should have won that race, just like how he should have won the Coca-Cola 600, but it got stolen from him from Mark Davison in the number 68 machine. So Noah Clifton still looking for that first win in the Red Bull Cup Series and in the Power Truck Series this season. And who knows, today might be the day. Any given race can be Noah Clifton's day. He's had such a strong season, super consistent, and he's trying to chase down Mitchell Collins, the Daytona 500 champion, for this race lead. And just like that, he's gonna get to the inside, but he can't quite get there as Carter Friesen. He knows a thing or two about winning here at Kansas. Won all the way back in season number 1, back when this race ran on Kansas 2014 night. So he knows a thing or two around this place. In that number 20 machine for Joe Gibbs Racing. Can Noah Clifton get a 1 going into turn 1 and 2? This time he does, and gets a better one. And he's going to get to the inside of Mitchell Collins and should easily get by him for this race lead. And he does. I thought Collins was going to get a 1 on the top side, but he was not able to get 1 up there. Because they went side by side just for the length of the backstretch, that allowed Friesen, Yepes, Garcia, Evans, and all of these guys to catch back up. Here comes Carter Friesen in the number 20 machine, trying to take second away from Mitchell Collins, and it looks like he will easily do that in the number 20 machine. So far so good. 8 laps in to the Pennzoil 400, and Noah Clifton is out front in the double zero machine. But he has Carl DeFriesen right behind him in the number 20. And now Rob Evans gonna make it 3 wide for a split second. And oh boy, that got tight between Yepes and Collins. But they keep it straight for now. And Rob Evans in the number 65. He's been on a roll recently, been super consistent, and he is moving his way up to the 3rd position. Meanwhile, back out front, Noah Clifton out front, and Carl DeFriesen in second battle for the race lead between 2 veterans in the Red Bull Cup Series. Rob Evans in 3rd, a rookie. Ace Garcia in 4th, a part-timer, and the John Andrews, a veteran, in 5th. And here comes Elijah Gordon, 6 points behind the cutoff line, coming into this race, and he is looking to take advantage of a potentially good one here in this race. Evan Hunter into the mix, Brett Sealer with a new sponsor, Wyatt Quayle, and Stephen Cohen as well. But here's the thing, for Stephen Cohen, he's not that many positions ahead of Bradley Wing right now, so it wouldn't really matter for him. But Elijah Gordon, as of now, the way things stand, I think Elijah Gordon would be into the chase. But still a long way to go, not only in this race but in this season. Well, in the regular season, I should say. Rob Evans made a charge, trying to take second away from Carl DeFriesen. But Friesen is hanging tough on the top side, not giving it up that easily. But now he has no help, and he's gonna fall back in the number 20 machine. John Andrews now gonna make it 3 wide for a split second, but Friesen backed out of it. John Andrews, we haven't really seen him that much up front this season in the number 24 for Hendrick Motorsports, but he looks to be having a pretty good run here today at Kansas so far, running inside the top 5 in 4th position. So far, 13 laps down on lap 14 now. And it's safe to say that this race has turned into a lot of what the Coca-Cola 600 was, and Noah Clifton dominating early on here in the Pennzoil 400. Noah Clifton has just been on a flat-out tear in the entire month of July. He made it into the big one main event. Beat the heat race. Did a pretty good job in the main event for Team Illinois, and now he is continuing that momentum after getting a good Coca-Cola 600 one, after getting a good Charlotte truck race one last night, and now he's looking awfully strong early on here in the Pennzoil 400 for the Red Bull Cup Series. But meanwhile, Rob Evans just took the race lead away from Noah Clifton, and he's starting to fall back in the number 00. You don't want to be on the high side with cup visits. That's okay, but right now, the way that these tires are, it's not really possible to get a run on that top side. But right there, it was, because Brett Sealer had no help down the back stretch, and Noah Clifton did from Elijah Gordon. As these tires fall off, it does get a little bit better for that top side, but not necessarily easier for these guys to make passes. Noah Clifton trying to take third away from John Andrews, and let's just take a look at the back of the pack. Last night's Truck Series winner Mark Davidson is in dead last, and last week's Talladega winner Sebastian Coulon is in 41st position right now. So luckily for Coulon, he won that Talladega last week, but he is not having a strong one here today at Kansas. Now he's in dead last, In fact, 3 out of the 4 Stuart Haas cars are deep in the field. Zamigo actually started inside the top 10 in 6th place, and he's all the way falling back, all the way back in 38th position. William Block, Eli Wright also deep in the pack. Madeline Tall, who started in 10th, I believe, she's deep in the field already. And then there's Pat Smith in 28th, the best Stuart Haas car, but he's not having a good one right now here at Kansas. That's a bit sketchy right there off of turn number 4 between Weem, Way, Gordon, and Collins. But it looks like they will settle it back down for the most part. Noah Clifton trying to take second away from Ace Garcia. Challenge for second, but here comes the Atlanta winner. Garcia, we haven't really seen him that much up front ever since he won at Atlanta, but he looks to have a pretty strong call in that number 9 for Hendrick Motorsports here today. New sponsor, Kelly Blue Book, so trying to show of what he's made of, but he won't be able to get a good enough one. His teammate John Anders is actually going to let him in, so at least try to, but Garcia was not able to get clear. But Garcia is going to get a massive one on the top side off of turn number 4, so potentially Hendrick teamwork there, I don't know. But so far clean and green, 22 laps in to the Pennzoil 400. Noah Clifton all over the back bumper of Rob Evans, but here comes Ace Garcia. He's going to try to take second away, but he doesn't have any help. He doesn't have any momentum, and he's going to drop back about a car length and a half. And now Noah Clifton all by himself trying to close in on Rob Evans and the number 65 Johnny Garner. His teammate always has a win this season, and that came at Chicagoland Speedway, a driver's racetrack, and that race went caution free. The way that this race is looking like right now, it very well could go caution free as well. So who knows, we just have to wait and see if Rob Evans can get his first career win, I believe in the United Way here today at Kansas, but if he wants that race win, he needs to hold off a fairly fast Noah Clifton in that 00 machine. The fuel window is about 30 to 33 laps on fuel, I believe, so it will be a 2-stop race. Rob Evans controlling the field, Noah Clifton running half a lane lower than Evans, trying to get a little bit of clean air and a little bit of grip on that inside lane. But Rob Evans just doing everything he can to hold off Noah Clifton, obviously one of the fastest cars on the racetrack right now. And actually the fastest car on the racetrack, well, the guy with the fastest lap is the race sponsor, Bradley Weem, in the number 22 machine. I don't know where he's come from, but he's all of the sudden up inside the top 10 and 6th position. So Bradley Weem in that 22 machine for Team Penske comes in here on the bubble. He wants to get a win and not worry about the bubble. Now last season in the Pennzoil 400 at Kansas, Travis Crampton won in that number 22 machine and got his first win on the season, I think. So maybe Bradley Weem can get the job done here today. We just have to wait and see. Still a long way to go at the line. 40 laps to go here at Kansas and 4 race 10 on the season. And for the Pennzoil 400, Rob Evans controlling the field right now. Looks like he has a long one car, and I know Clifton kind of does, but not really. Pennzoil up to third. John Andrews in fourth. Noah Clifton in fifth, and here comes Roger Way in the number 19 for Joe Gibbs Racing. And this guy just cannot be stopped this season. 3 wins this season, and I don't think he's had a DNF yet. I could be wrong, but Roger Way, he is showing that he's one of the favorites to win this championship and go back to back in the Red Bull Cup Series. But we just have to wait and see if he can do it when it gets time to the playoffs. Pennzoil out of nowhere is up to second now, and he's actually closing in on Rob Evans for this race. Lead rookies are 1-2 here at Kansas Speedway. And Evans Garner and Motorsports, they have a technical alliance with Hendrick Motorsports, so that's almost like a never Hendrick car. So technically it's 1, 2, 3. I guess kind of 1, 2, 3 for Hendrick Motorsports right now. But 30 laps in, should be seeing pit stops in a couple of laps or so. And Rob Evans, now he has to hang on to a hard charging Pennzoil in the number 9 machine. Early on, this race was dominated by Noah Clifton. He started to fall off, and now the second half of this one has been dominated by Rob Evans. Chevys are 1, 2, 3, 4, and the first Toyota is in 5th, and the first Dodge, not first Dodge, but the first Ford is in 6th. And pit stops have begun on lap 32, so there will be 2 stops, and the first round of pit stops have begun here at Kansas Speedway. And we honestly very well could be seeing a caution-free race here today if we get through these pit stops clean and green. But Rob Evans stays out in the number 65. A lot of the front runners actually stay out, and looks like a lot of them are gonna pit this time by. And Pennzoil's gonna stay out in the number 9 machine and get a bonus point here at Kansas Speedway. Bradley Weem is gonna stay out in the number 22 machine. And oh no, the caution is out. Francois Chastain, Trey Winslow as well. And that might have just screwed this race, I'm not too sure. But Francois Chastain and Trey Winslow get involved in a crash during pit stops, and the first caution of the day is out on lap number 33. I really hope that just not I hope that did not just screw up this race. Hopefully it didn't. But the 5 guys that were still out on the racetrack have pitted, and I think it should be okay, but it will cycle out. And I believe Rob Evans will be the race leader, so this actually won't be that bad. Because yeah, Rob Evans was scored in 3rd position at the line, so we got lucky right there. No one, I don't think, will be trapped a lap down or trapped on the tail end of the lead lap. So we got lucky there, I think. So yeah, with that being said, let's go and see what happened to bring out the first caution of the day here at Kansas Speedway, and for race 10 on the season, and for the Pennzoil 400 in the Red Bull Cup Series. Here we go, this weapon going into turns 3 and 4. I think Francois Chastain was going to pit, and Shane Winslow did not know about that and just turned him into the corner panel, and around they went up the track. Luckily, it was only a 2-car crash, but unfortunately, that's going to ruin both of their days. Shane Winslow plus 66 or 76 points above the cutoff, so this might hurt him a little bit, but not that bad. But for Francois Chastain, he had more to lose. I believe he was beyond the cutoff line, and he's going to be even farther behind going into Daytona on Tuesday. No, on Wednesday, I should say. So, tough break for Francois Chastain and Shane Winslow here at Kansas during pit stops for the Pennzoil 400. Following along with the 21 of Francois Chastain, I'm pretty sure he was planning on pitting that lap, and Shane Winslow didn't know, and he just barely got into his corner panel, and both of their cars went spinning in turns 3 and 4. So it was unfortunate that it had to happen during pit stops. I think no one's gonna be trapped on the tail end, but I do think some people might be one lap down because of this. I'm not too sure. We just have to wait and see. But all I know for sure is that the 65 of Rob Evans will cycle out as the race leader. And with that being said, let's go ahead and get back to start the second half of this race and for the Pennzoil 400 at Kansas Speedway. Welcome back here at Kansas Speedway. We will go back green with 30 laps to go. So this could be where they might be either 1 or 2 laps to the good, or 1 or 2 laps short. We just have to wait and see. No one is out. Francois Chastain is 1 lap down, and unfortunately Bobby Frazier, Bennett Watson, Zach Winkle, Zachary DeLillo, Travis Crampton, Elijah Gordon, and Patrick Smith are all on the tail end of the lead lap. So that's unfortunate. But Rob Evans, Noah Clifton, Carter Friesen, Roger Wright, and Ace Garcia are the top 5 on the restart. Back green with 30 laps to go in the Pennzoil 400 at Kansas Speedway. And Francois Chastain is so slow in that number 21 machine. The best case scenario for all of these drivers on the tail end of the lead lap is for a quick caution to happen right now, because we've seen the speed out of Rob Evans, Noah Clifton, Carter Friesen, and Roger Wright. These top 4 that have been some of the fastest cars all race long. And unfortunately for not Roger Wright, but for Bobby Frazier, he's not going to be so lucky, and he's going to fall victim and go 1 lap down. And now Noah Clifton, he's going to go not Noah Clifton, I can't speak right now. Travis Crampton, he's going to go 1 lap down. And now 3 of the 4 Stewart Haas cars are in prime position to go a lap down as well. Patrick Smith, who came in here, I think a pretty close margin of being outside the cutoff. I think 15-16 points back, but that's not going to happen now as he goes a lap down. DeLillo, he's going to go 1 lap down in the number 8 machine. And this is one time about that these guys needed a caution right as soon as we went back green, because we've seen the speed out of these top 4, and Rob Evans and Carter Friesen, I'll gain these buys. I'll gain by these guys really easily. 27 laps to go. Friesen knows a thing or two about winning here at Kansas. Won this race all the way back in season number 1. He hasn't had the best of seasons, but he's been slowly getting better as the season has picked up, and now he's going to try to take the race lead away here at Kansas Speedway on lap number 42. Friesen in the number 20, Reese's Toyota trying to take the race lead away. And now Zach Winkle trying to take, not take, but he's trying to get his lap back from now Friesen. And now Roger Way, who already has 3 wins this season, and Joe Gibbs Racing already has 4 wins this season, 1 with Jake Galloway and 3 with Roger Way. He's now Friesen trying to get a win for Joe Gibbs Racing and get 5 wins in 10 races. It is Joe Gibbs 1-2 right now though, and Rob Evans is trapped on the high side from a lap called a Delillo. And Noah Clifton also trapped on the high side. But so far so good on this restart. I was afraid that something bad was going to happen with all these calls on the tail end of the lead lap, and because of that 21 of Francois Chastain. But something bad could happen once we catch up to him, because these guys are going 100 and I mean, yeah, he's 2 seconds off the pace, 2.5 seconds off the pace. These guys are going 183 going into turn 1, and Francois Chastain is barely going 160 in the turn, so he's going to be a big time factor when we catch up to him throughout the rest of this race. But right now it is off. Carter Friesen out front. Roger Way is in 2nd. Noah Clifton is in 3rd. Rob Evans, not Rob Evans, but Rob Evans' teammate Johnny Gunn is in 4th now. Mitchell Collins is in 5th. Rob Evans has fallen back to 6th. Andrew Miller in 7th. And then it is yeah, and then it's the 96th of Ace Cut. Wait, no, not Ace Garcia, but yeah, I was right. Well, now it's Osman Harmon in 8th, Ace Garcia in 9th, and then it's Brett Sealer in 10th. But Logan Williams is about to get at 10th place position. And while I was looking through the top 10 with 20 laps to go, Roger Way is back out front in the Red Bull Cup Series. He got past his teammate and friend Carter Friesen, and now he is trying to get win number 4 on the season. A breakout season. We thought that he was good last season in the 78 for Furniture Row Racing. He is blowing everyone's expectations out of the water right now, trying to get win number 4 in 10 races. Friesen in 2nd, Garner in 3rd, Collins in 4th, and Clifton in 5th. Now Rico going to go back, being 1 lap down. Delillo trying to get his lap back, but I don't think that's going to be possible. Oh boy, speaking of possible, 3 wide right there between Garner, Friesen, and the lap car of Zach Winkle. Top 5 cars in this lead pack, and then there's a little break with a couple lap cars, well, 1 lap car, and then you have Brett Sealer in 6th place in that number 9 machine. But this is a perfect position for Roger Way in the number 19. Has a lap car in between himself and the 2nd place driver of Rob Evans. I keep on saying Rob Evans. Of Johnny Garner, I should say, in 2nd. But the poster, Mitchell Collins, who was strong early on in this race, he is in 3rd. And now Delillo gets shuffled up to the high side, and Garner's going to get by, and Collins is going to get by as well. And looks like maybe even Noah Clifton as well will also get by him. Maybe. Delillo got a good one on the top side off of turn number 4. And that's the thing that with these cars that are in the way, they are not slow at all. They are just as fast as these guys, and they're trying to get their lap back and get a quick caution. And speaking of lap cars, there is Francois Chastain in the number 21. They're going to catch up to him right into turns 3 and 4. That is the worst possible place. And Wright and Johnny Garner are going to get by Francois Chastain with ease. And now Doletto's going to get held up. Even though he's a lap down car, he's going to get held up in that number 8 machine. And right now, nice and calm. Just Doletto has to be careful to not get into the corner panel of Francois Chastain and lose his patience, not patience. And he does so. Nice, cool, calm, and collective right there. And now, the top 3 all have wins so far this season. Johnny Garner, Roger Way, and Mitchell Collins. Noah Clifton and fourth, still trying to get his first win on the season. Same with Carter Friesen in the number 20, and then we have Brett Steeler, the 4th guy that has a win that is inside the top 10. And then obviously the 71 of Logan Williams, he has a win, but he's not in the chase since he's not made every single start. That is a hornet's nest with all of these guys. 3 wide, multiple rows deep because of the 71, the 21 I should say, of Francois Chastain. But this race is flying by, coming to the line this time by 12 laps to go, and I missed another lead change. Garner and Collins got past the 19 of Roger Way, and now 3 wide. Zamrico trying to get his lap back, but it's Mitchell Collins out front in the number 2 for Team Penske, leading the charge here at Kansas Speedway. We've seen this number 2 machine last season when it was driven by Christian Russell. He was pretty strong in that number 2 machine, got 2 wins I believe, and he did a pretty solid job. And so far, Mitchell Collins, he only has 1 win, sure, and sure that was at Daytona, and anyone can win at Daytona. But since Daytona, Mitchell Collins has been up front week in and week out and been super consistent in that Team Penske number 2 machine. Here we go, 10 laps to go in the Pennzoil 400. No, Clifton trying to take second away from Carter Friesen, but watch out, don't look out now. Here comes Ace Garcia in the number 96, and here comes Brett Steeler in the number 9 as well. And Bradley Weeman in the number 22. We saw this before the caution happened. He was really strong late in that one before pit stops happened, and he's doing that once again, moving his way up through this pack, and currently is in 8th position. So a great one for Bradley Weeman for that Team Penske 22 machine. And speaking of Penske, they are first and 8th, but where is Bronson Minnick? I'm kind of curious. Where is Bronson Minnick in the number 12 machine? There he is. He's not that bad either. He's 15th right now. So all 3 Penske cars are inside the top 15. And then of course the Lions car, we saw a flap into Francois Chastain that brought out the first caution of the day. But with 7.5 laps to go, here comes Ace Garcia in the number 96. He has came out of nowhere, and he's up to 2nd now. And we've seen the twin lately here in the Red Bull Cup Series and in the Powerade Truck Series. Because at Michigan, we saw Doletto steal one in the Powerade Truck Series, and Logan Williams stole one from the full-timers in the Coca-Cola 600. And then Mark Davidson stole one in the Powerade Truck Series last night at Charlotte. So Ace Garcia trying to keep the twin going, not counting the All-Star race and Talladega, trying to keep the twin going and keep on having these part-time drivers steal wins from the full-time drivers. But right now it is 6 laps to go here at Kansas Speedway. And Mitchell Collins, he started this race strong, and right now he's ending the race strong out front, coming to 5 laps to go until he gets win number 2 on the season in the Red Bull Cup Series. Ace Garcia in second, but Seal in third, though he might end up having a shot if I think if anything happens with Garcia and Collins. Speaking of anything that will happen, Garcia tried getting to the inside, but he couldn't make it work, and now Brett Seal is forced on the top side. And watch away, what a move! He got a massive one on the top side and cut down to the inside, trying to take third away from the number 9 of Brett Steeler. But who knows, we have to wait and see, because Johnny Garner is in 5th, and Bradley Ream, he is bad fast right now. I don't know what he did to his car, but he is like 0.3 of a second faster than, he's 0.2 of a second faster than our race leader, Mitchell Collins. So Bradley Ream with a very fast number 22 machine right now for Team Penske. I don't know if he will have a shot at getting the race win, but he is definitely going to expand on that bubble and be in prime position. But we are coming to 3 laps to go. That should be all on with 3 laps to go here at Kansas. And looks like it will probably come down to a battle between Mitchell Collins and Ace Garcia for this race win. Oh no! No, 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 no! Mitchell Collins has to pit. Late race pit stops with 2.5 laps to go. Collins, Winkle, O'Fara, Gordon, and Quill pit. Can these guys make it? It's gonna be a late race fuel strategy. A heartbreaker for Mitchell Collins. Can Ace Garcia make it? He's gonna try to stretch it, but he has no help. And Roger Wright, Johnny Garner, Brett Seal, and Noah Clifton, Rob Evans, and all of these guys are closing in fast. White flag, final lap at Kansas. Will the trend continue here in the Red Bull Cup Series? Will the Roger Wright get win number 4 on the season? I think the trend's going to continue. Roger Wright, can he get a 1 off of turn number 4? No, he won't. What is the deal with these part-time drivers winning? I don't know. But Ace Garcia is going to steal one here at Kansas and win the Pennzoil 400. I don't know what the deal is, but we've had 4 part-time drivers in the past month or so steal wins from these full-time drivers in the Power Truck Series and in the Red Bull Cup Series. Ah, man, a heartbreaker for Mitchell Collins. It was looking like he was going to get win number 2 on the season, but he had to pit late in the going along with some other drivers, and he ended up getting, I believe, 32nd instead of getting the race win. That is an unfortunate break for that team. But at the end of the day, Ace Garcia gets the job done here today at Kansas Speedway. Part-timer once again gets the job done. Local Williams won the Coca-Cola 600. Zachary Dillard won the Power Truck Series race at Michigan. Mark Davidson won the Power Truck Series race last night at Charlotte. Now Ace Garcia wins here today at Kansas for the Pennzoil 400. I don't know if anyone can stop these part-time drivers for winning, but just wild, absolutely wild. Roger Wright gets second. I thought he might have had a shot at getting the race win if it was one more lap. He might have, but still a great second place one for Roger Wright and for that Joe Gibbs Racing team. Johnny Garner in third, Clifton in fourth, Brett Sealer in 5th. Stephen Cohen out of nowhere in 6th. I don't know where he came from, but a great one for that. 47 for JTG Dooley Racing. Rob Evans in 7th. Bradley Ream in 8th. Osman Harmon in 9th. And Paulson Minute in 10th. Quinton Moore in 11th. Jake Galloway in 12th. Carter Friesen in 13th. Sayers Gaz in 14th. Andrew Miller in 15th. Local Marins in 16th. Davison in 17th. Yepes in 18th. Tall in 19th. And rounding out the top 20 was Ben Dover. So, I think, not that many people had to pit. But, I'm pretty sure Mitchell Collins was the only lead lap car, I think, that had to pit. Maybe Eli Bright as well, but I'm not too sure. But, John Andrews, he was up front inside the top 10 most of the race, but he ends up getting 23rd here today. Of course, Mitchell Collins, he coulda, shoulda, probably should have won this race, but he comes home in 32nd after pitting, coming to 2 laps to go. Cut to Friesen. I'm not sure what happened to Friesen. He was inside the top 5 all race long, and he ends up getting 13th, but still a strong one for him. Bradley Ream, he had a strong car on the long ones. Garner, he had a good car. Noah Clifton, he had a great car in 4th. He would probably take the race lead back from, well, the points lead back from Jake Galloway. And yeah, that was an interesting race. Had about, pretty much we had 2 green flag stints. Both were about the same length. And unfortunately, Mitchell Collins should have won that race, but he couldn't make it on fuel and was 2 laps short. And Ace Garcia in the number 96 for Font Brothers Racing gets another win in the Red Bull Cup Series. That 96 team seems to be one of the better teams, either full-time or part-time. And Ace Garcia gets the team yet another win here at Kansas Speedway. A wild race for sure. A interesting race as well here at Kansas Speedway. But the day is not over yet, because tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, in about 2 hours from now, it will be the 400 subscribers special event at Auto Club Speedway. That is going to be a fun one, and I hope you guys check that out, because that should be a good one. And then the next points paying race for the Wright, and for the Red Bull Cup Series and Power Truck Series. Well, the Power Truck Series is off until next weekend at the Glen, but for the Red Bull Cup Series and Super Speedway Series on Tuesday and Wednesday, they will be racing at Daytona for some night racing. So that's gonna be fun. And just 6 races left till the playoffs now here for the Red Bull Cup Series and for season number 3. So until Daytona for the Red Bull Cup Series and Cannon Super Speedway Series, congratulations to Ace Garcia for getting the job done here at Kansas and for the Pennzoil 400. And until tonight for the 400 subscriber special event, and until Tuesday and Wednesday for Daytona, I will see you guys next time. Bye!